level, who you want next?
Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions, I got smoke with.
Beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit, wait.
For real. So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet,
if y'all was
loud.
We got the whole hood over there,
like twisted up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing.
Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach are turning up the heat as their highly anticipated fight approaches in just a few weeks. At first, fans weren't too thrilled about this matchup, but excitement has definitely grown. Now, everyone is eager to see this battle of champions, super featherweight versus lightweight. Davis, known for his explosive power, has made it clear once again, he's coming for a knockout.
Champions. I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130.
Okay.
So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur.
Gervonta Davis didn't mince words when he told Lamont Roach, "I'll break you up. Keep your mother and kids at home." The last fighter who heard that warning didn't even make it to the 9th round. He was knocked out cold in the 8th by a vicious punch from Davis. This fight carries even more intrigue because of the added tension of revenge. Davis and Roach may compete in different weight classes, but they have a history, making this showdown even more personal.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up with. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
This fight brings back memories of the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia showdown, their first professional bout after 6 amateur meetings, where they each won 3 times. Similarly, Gervonta, Tank, Davis, and Lamont Roach have faced off twice before, with Davis winning both. But Roach is coming in with a score to settle, especially over a fight he believes was unfairly decided by the judges. Adding even more intrigue, this match could mark the beginning of the end for Davis. If his recent statements are to be believed, he plans to retire from boxing by the end of the year.
Stop closing up and let it go. Keep turning, step around.
Lamont Roach knows he needs the support of boxing fans to boost his confidence and fuel his quest for the ultimate prize, a victory over Gervonta "Tank" Davis to claim the WBA title on fight night. Recently, Roach got a look at Davis's latest training footage and didn't hold back. He took to X, formerly Twitter, and posted, "Easy work there." However, he later deleted the tweet, leaving fans wondering if he truly believes that, or if he's just trying to get inside Davis's head.
From Ukraine, Dennis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur is a really... I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.
Yeah, they can fight. Shakur can boogie for sure.
It was a cryptic tweet that only those closely following Roach's posts or Davis's training footage would fully understand. Just before this, Roach had responded to a fan who wrote, "Continue with the fan's message if you have it, or I can help craft a fitting continuation." To this, Lamont Roach responded, "This stuff is different over here," making it clear that he refuses to be just another victim of Gervonta "Tank" Davis when they finally step into the ring. His tweet about Davis's training session was just another piece of his growing mind game. Roach knows he has work to do, not just in the gym but also in selling this fight. He's in a position where he needs to maximize both his preparation and his payday. That means keeping the hype alive, drawing Davis into a heated rivalry, and making sure the world sees this as a must-watch showdown. If you ask me, though, Roach should be fully locked in on training, sharpening his skills and fixing any weaknesses as he heads into the biggest fight of his career. But maybe he sees things differently. Instead of staying focused in the gym, Roach kicked off a social media war with Tank Davis. Despite being the WBA super featherweight champion, fans weren't initially excited about this fight. So, both fighters took it upon themselves to build the hype. Roach tried to troll the WBA lightweight champion on X, but Davis wasted no time firing back with a sharp response, turning their online back and forth into a full-blown rivalry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank too. But Tank is comfortable at 135, so I don't blame him for fighting that way. But he's not a big 35. I don't see why people would like, oh, you brought up a
smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, like...
The exchange began when heavyweight boxer Marcellus Williams asked Gervonta Davis about the camp fees for sparring with him. Williams was eager to sharpen his skills and was fully motivated to make it happen. However, Lamont Roach Jr. quickly jumped in, replying to the tweet with, "He gonna need to spar you, bro." No funny. Davis wasted no time questioning what Roach meant by that. In response, Roach quoted a fan's reaction that had broken down the meaning of his tweet, further fueling the tension between the two fighters. Roach quoted a fan's reply that read, "Translation, you need to spar someone heavy, cause he is coming with it." The message was clear. According to the fan, the undefeated 30-0 Davis should be training with bigger, stronger opponents to prepare for Roach in December. While Davis might see this as just another fight, Roach sees it as the perfect chance to make a name for himself and boost his reputation in the boxing world.
Personally, I'm not stunned. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's where I started my career. That's where I campaigned. That's why I worked my way up to a world title. And that's what I was going to do. My plan was always to move up to 35 and win another title. So
Tank Davis wasn't about to let the disrespect slide. He fired back, writing, "I advise you not to talk so much. It can be bad for you. You know that already though, yo." His message was clear. Roach should do his talking in the ring, not online. Davis also warned him about the consequences of angering the WBA lightweight champion. But Roach didn't back down. He quickly responded, insisting that he's not like the other fighters Davis has faced before. From there, the war of words escalated, adding even more tension to an already fiery buildup. Over the years, Tank Davis has faced criticism for handpicking his opponents. Lamont Roach made sure to remind him of that, tweeting, "You must think I'm one of those regular guys you fought or something else. Cut it out, Measy." Roach wanted to make it clear, this fight won't be like Davis's previous ones. Despite coming from a lower weight class, he's determined to take this opportunity and shock the world. But Davis stayed composed, choosing to let his fists do the talking. He responded with a simple but confident message, making it clear that the real statement will be made in the ring.
Does that add anything to it?
No, not necessarily. I think maybe for the outside. I think maybe it's for the outside. I think the fire is the competitiveness between us both already, that we competed twice before in 2 close fights in the amateurs, and that you know what I'm saying? Like,
Davis responded by quoting Reaper's tweet with just 2 words, "Say nothing." A simple yet powerful way to assert his dominance over the WBA super featherweight champion. This online feud has undoubtedly built some hype around the fight, which will take place at 135 pounds with the WBA lightweight title on the line. Lamont Roach is a solid fighter, technically sharp and a proven champion. But when it comes to pay-per-view worthy opponents for Gervonta Tank Davis, many fans would prefer someone with explosive performances at the highest level or, at the very least, a big, polarizing personality. Like it or not, Davis is a certified pay-per-view star. While I've disagreed with some of his fights being on PPV, the fact remains, he's been a major draw for a while now. The biggest issue here is the lack of a truly elite opponent to justify the pay-per-view price tag. Roach is a good fighter, but he hasn't reached the pinnacle of the sport. And to make matters worse, he doesn't have the star power or polarizing personality to make up for it. He's done well at super featherweight, but his rise has been slow. If he had racked up multiple title defenses, a fight with Davis would seem more legitimate. Instead, he's only defended his belt once, against Fergal MCC, which doesn't exactly scream must-watch event. We've seen this before with Davis, like when he fought Hector Luis Garcia after getting stopped by Davis. Garcia's only other loss came via split decision to Roach, but at this point, this is just how the PPV model works. Once a fighter reaches that level, every fight gets the pay-per-view treatment, no matter who's in the other corner.
Get your thoughts. I appreciate you coming out. I wanted to get your thoughts, Danny, on the Tank Roach thing. So, just your thoughts on the fight in general. What do you think about the...
Frank Martin, one of Davis's past opponents, is a solid fighter and, unlike Roach, is already established at lightweight. He was even on track to fight Shakur Stevenson and had put on some impressive performances, creating real intrigue about how he'd fare at the highest level. There's no doubt that Davis himself is an elite fighter, one of the best in the sport. That's exactly why the careful selection of his opponents can be so frustrating for fans who want to see him tested against the very best.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool.
It's also worth noting that while Roach is respected by those who know him, he isn't the biggest super featherweight. He still seems capable of making title defenses at 130 pounds, which raises questions about how he'll handle the size and power of Gervonta Davis at lightweight. Davis, on the other hand, is known for his explosive power at 135 pounds. And when it comes to fight build-ups, he usually stays quiet until something sets him off. When that happens, things get messy and personal, like we saw in the lead-up to his fight with Frank Martin, where he went as far as threatening to take Martin's girlfriend just to get under his skin. Lamont Roach has now gotten a taste of the Tank Davis drama after boldly claiming he would whoop Gervonta Davis. Tank wasted no time firing back. "I'm going to chop, bob and weave. I'm ending it in the 9th round. I like proving people aren't who they say they are. The first time I won a title, the whole building doubted me. But let's see how this really plays out." The tension reached new heights when boxing superstar and WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis went face-to-face with the red-hot WBA super featherweight champion Lamont Roach at a press conference in Brooklyn. The event set the stage for their highly anticipated lightweight world championship showdown, which headlines a PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video on Saturday, March 1st, at Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Alright guys, turn out and face the camera, please. Right in the front, right here. Right here in the front press. Lamont right here. Lamont, down here please.
A 5-time, 3-division world champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis returns to Barclays Center, the very arena where he set records for the highest-grossing and most-attended boxing event with his knockout victory over Rolando Romero in May 2022. At the press conference, Davis and Roach reignited their long-standing rivalry, which dates back to their amateur days. Both fighters promised fireworks when they finally meet in the ring on March 1st. The press tour continues on Thursday in Washington, D.C., where fans will get another chance to witness the heated build-up at an open-to-the-public press conference.
Round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him.
Gervonta Davis expressed his excitement about fighting in New York again, saying, "The energy here is amazing. I won my first championship in this city, and I have more fans from New York than almost anywhere. New Yorkers always bring great energy. Lamont's got skills, even at a smaller weight class. He's one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and he's still doing well. He's definitely a top opponent, and everyone will see that on March 1st. But we'll have to test his chin. He might think my past opponents didn't have chins, but we'll find out soon enough. I say leave the kids at home." Meanwhile, Lamont Roach made his confidence clear. "I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe I could win. I've hurt everyone I've shared the ring with, and this fight won't be any different."
You saying you going down in a 9th? You know that power curry late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to take full advantage of it. Everyone knows what I'm coming to do, and if you don't, you're in for a surprise. When two real fighters step into the ring, you'll see what happens. My team has been with me since day one. We built my career from the ground up, took on the best fights, and worked our way to the top. I earned my spot as the #1 contender, took a loss, and came back stronger. We have a common opponent in Hector Luis Garcia, and I handled him with ease. As for Frank Martin, that fight was relatively easy for Tank. Martin was inexperienced and nervous. But this is going to be a whole different fight. Fighting in the amateurs is nothing like fighting now. We've both grown, improved, and evolved. Sure, we might remember a few old habits, but at this level, that won't matter. I don't care about being the underdog or the favorite. Either way, I'm going to win. When Lamont Roach stepped up to the podium, he addressed the buzz surrounding Gervonta Davis's choice of opponent, making it clear he's ready to prove himself.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet.
This is a huge opportunity, and we're here to seize it. Everyone knows what I'm coming to do. If you don't, just wait, because you're in for a surprise. But I know Tank won't be surprised. I think he took this fight not just for himself, but for the doubters, the people questioning this matchup. Deep down, he knows I'm a dog, and he wants to test himself against a real one. Well, on March 1st, you'll all see what happens when two dogs step into the ring, and I'm the one walking out victorious. I'm excited to be part of this. Come March 1st, it's going to be a great event. Right now, I'm not really in the mood for all the back and forth, but trust me, when fight night comes, it's going to be a show. Same results as always, you'll just have to wait and see. We've got 3 months to prepare, so it's going to be a good one.
Against Lamont Roach, I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously, that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills, even though he's at a smaller weight class.
At that point, both fighters took a seat for a Q&A session, diving deeper into the fight and everything surrounding it. Here are some key excerpts: Gervonta Tank Davis on the Lomachenko fight falling through and why Roach was the next logical choice. Lamont has skills, even though he's coming up from a smaller weight class. I feel like he's one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and he's still doing well. A lot of the guys who started with us aren't really in the picture anymore, so people might not be as familiar with him. But trust me, he's got skills. He's a top opponent. Lamont Roach on what makes his style different from Tank's previous opponents. Skill-wise, I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt. I can fight in different styles. I'm tough, gritty, smart, and witty. Whatever I need to do, I'll do. I've got a full bag of tricks, and I'm ready to pull them out. The guys he's faced before? Either they were one-trick ponies, or they just didn't have enough.
I actually started with, came up with in the sport of boxing.
Gervonta Tank Davis on his 2025 plans and possible retirement. After next year, I'm out of it. Out of the sport. Those were the words from Davis on Tuesday evening, signaling that he plans to retire at the end of 2025. But before that, he'll first take on his old amateur rival, Lamont Roach, on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center in New York. Davis has a way of shocking fans, whether it's with his devastating power in the ring or his unexpected comments outside of it. The American knockout artist seems to be growing weary of it all. Instead of focusing on further solidifying his legacy as one of the all-time greats, he might be looking for an early exit. Fans have already seen very little of Davis in recent years. After putting his legal troubles behind him, many expected him to stay more active. He did fight Frank Martin in June, but despite the rumors and speculation about more frequent fights, his return to the ring kept getting delayed. Now, it appears that his absence may become permanent. During the first official press conference for Davis vs. Roach, Tank made it clear his time in the sport is running out.
In press conference, it looked like you were talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because...
When asked about his plans for 2025, he didn't hesitate. He hinted at retirement, saying, "After next year, I'm done with the sport." Fans weren't too happy about it, as they had grown used to seeing him step into the ring from time to time. Many voiced their disappointment in the comments section. One fan was confused, questioning how this lined up with his recently signed fight deal, asking, didn't he have a 7-fight contract? Critics have long felt that his lack of passion for prioritizing the sport has held him back, and this only seemed to reinforce that belief. However, some supported his decision, with one person pointing out, health is wealth. They argued that his fighting style might not allow for a long career, making retirement a smart move.
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to...
you think you might regain the love for it though? You never know? Like you said, you got a spark today? Okay.
Many boxers face serious health issues after retirement, dealing with problems like severe headaches and sciatica as years of punishment catch up with them. With Davis's aggressive, high-paced style, he could be at risk for similar long-term effects. So far, aside from Ryan Garcia, Davis hasn't faced the top names in the lightweight division. Fans are putting pressure on him to take on champions like Shakur Stevenson. If he doesn't, his popularity could start to fade. That's it for now. For the latest boxing news, moments, events, and highlights, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on top quality content. See you next time. Peace.